And so I'll stop there. It's a novelization of my experiences with Quentin Tarantino on the psychic frontier, right? I trusted him, right? So, boom, I hurt him at Tribeca, right? By not giving him what he wanted, right? And so when I wrote to WME, right? No, I suspect, I don't really know. I suspect they said, you need to talk to this guy. And in his mind, he was like, no, this guy hurt me. Wham! So I'll make this guy look insane. I'll make this guy think that there's a woman who loves him that's my daughter, so that when he writes WME about her, I'll say, there it is. Look how insane you see. Look how cute and sweet and innocent my little girl is. He's not well in his mind. Right? And so that cascaded out into Hamlet, into the Discovery Institute, right? All the while, I was just looking for answers, looking for the truth, right? That he canceled this movie because of me, right? Right? And so, right? I didn't want to give him any power over my mind. He stole all of his power over my mind. Right? I didn't give it to him. Right, that this is how base he is. And now, again, it's a pendulum, right? I'm all the way in his mind, right? And so that's why I can tell you, right, that he puts his women on other men to fuck them so that he can remote view through his mind, and they are constantly have their eyes closed, right? Because Quentin's saying, yeah, I'm fucking you, they're not fucking you, right? Why's his son named Leo? I wonder. Right? I don't want to play these games, right? This is what's put me in anxiety too, right? And this is why I'm talking about it, right? Because if I die, he has no more problems. That's the point, right? That he's engendered a really sick psychological condition in everyone's mind that's involved, right? And so I trusted him all those months out of respect, out of trust, out of love, right? Because I did want the role. Right? But now I see that God saw fit to let me hold him accountable. Right? That's right. That if I really wanted it, I see that now. That if I really wanted it, I would have ate his ass and barked like a dog, just like he wanted. Right? I didn't want to do that. Right? That he could have sent me a letter. Right? He could have looked me in the eye. He could have not stuck his nose up at me and turned his back on me. Oh, so I'm supposed to believe that that's the guy that I'm supposed to have a beautiful moment with. Right? This is his event. It's not my event. Right? He refused my letters. Right? And so, right, after Tribeca, I felt bad. I said, I'll build you a planner. Right? And WME was like, no, you need to talk to this guy. And in his mind, he was like, man, no, he's crazy. I'm going to make him go crazy. Right? I'm going to cast a black magic spell and make him lose his mind. Because I'm cool. I'm the big psychic swinging dick in the world. Right? And I don't give a fuck about these games. Right? But now, right? But now we're all in it. So, right? I suppose I'll stop. I've been going for about a half an hour. Know that life is not an accident, right? Life is a convocation of pressure, right? Upon the quantum manifold of electric probability and potential. This is one example. Every geometric form you see behind me is another example. Everything that can be manifested, everything that can be, has been, or will be manifested is embedded within every cubic centimeter of space. This is Pribram and Bohm's holographic model, right? So the divine light of the conscious field exerts a pressure upon that. The specific angle or angles, right? Angel or angels, right? With which the divine conscious field exerts its knowing, its omnipotence upon, right? The abstract quantum manifold reflects what it materializes in the manifested world, right? This is how everything comes into being, right? This is the philosophy of Platonic forms. This is the philosophy of Walter Russell, right? That all things reside in the realm of idea. All instances of psychic phenomenon, clairvoyance, telepathy, psychokinesis, thaumaturgy, remote viewing, right, is the mind of the adept tapping into the non-locality of the conscious field which permeates all of space, which exists perpetually in a state of rest. Right? And so the highest levels of set expression sees the adept behaving like God. So you could push a thought into someone's mind, right? And say, oh, I want you to question me about my book. And then you could push another thought that says, oh, I have a daughter who loves you, right? And then you could push another thought that says, oh, she's a bitch who gets pissed on for $100 an hour, right? And then you could push another thought that says, oh, no, you're not fucking him, you're fucking me. You're fucking me, right? You're my wife, right? Leo DiCaprio's got his dick inside of you, but you're fucking me, right? That they're all the same thing, right? It's all under the umbrella of clairvoyance, right? All instances of clairvoyance is the mind of the adept, right? Harmonizing and tapping into the non-locality of consciousness. And specifically in terms of remote viewing, right? It's the atomic structure of the brain of the adept harmonizing its behavior with the atomic structure of the disparate locale, which opens the psychic aperture, which is a true window. You see a full color image just like a film projector, a digital projector in your mind. So, see what's good in your life. Life is not an accident. Like, comment, subscribe, share, uplift your soul to God.